to your young lady that just joined down here in the corner, what's your name? The straight black hair. What's your name again?
Delasia.
Delasia. So why'd you join? Why'd you join?
Well, you have a lot of opinions, and
Mm-hmm.
females don't favor them. And I'm wondering, like, a lot of females are wondering. I feel like, what is your like goal? What is your goal in doing all
Well,
this?
do I have opinions or do I have facts?
You claim to have facts.
I claim to have facts. What does claim mean?
How are you gonna
I'm
claim facts?
getting this factual, like, where are you getting this evidence from? Like,
How long have you been
He
watching me?
lives on the earth.
No, 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 hold on. I got it. I got it. I mean, if you watch me, I cite my sources. Have you ever bothered to look at them yourself?
by surveys, or because you brought a young female up here.
Hold on, you refer.
Hold on. Hold on just a second. Uh, Go ahead. I'm listening.
You brought a female up here the other day. She had a degree, and then you had posted her. What? No, no, no. Why'd you?
Because I don't need them jumping in. It's
um,
going to get confusing.
you brought her in about her car sales. The female
What day are you talking about, ma'am? What show are you talking about?
about 2 days ago, and you posted it on your story.
No, what? No, I don't know what you're talking about.
She had
So,
her those business
so let,
shot her down all the way down.
no, no, no. See, what we're going to do is see if we're going to have a conversation. I'm going to need some specificity because when you come in being in this disingenuous claim to have facts, how do you claim to have a fact?
You brought something from 2018 or 2019.
How do you claim? Okay, did you go to college?
I've been in college, yes. I couldn't
Did you?
finish loans.
Oh, okay. Regardless, you've gone to public school, right?
Yes.
The textbooks you used weren't printed yesterday,
No.
so you use the facts that you have. Do you have better ones? I'm all ears.
Just because
No,
the
ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. See, facts matter. See, if we're going to have a conversation, we have to agree that there's some things that are just true. Facts and data matter.
there's new knowledge learned every day.
Then give me new data to. So then this is what you do. Intelligent people bring new data that's been tested, peer reviewed, to supplant the old one. But until then, you use the facts and data you have.
So you went based off of
No, no, no.
his failure.
Ma'am, first of all, I don't know what you're talking about, but you say you have all these opinions. I have opinions just like anyone else. You got opinions. But unlike what you're doing is I bring facts, data, statistics, things you can go look up yourself.
You had one proof of evidence, is what I saw. You had one proof of evidence.
I have one proof of it, ma'am. Excuse
To
me.
shoot the
No,
female.
no, no, ma'am. First of all, I've been doing this for too long to have one proof of evidence. And if I had one proof of evidence, tell me what you're talking about. First off, let's get to that point because you can't keep talking about this vague story. Tell me what it is you think you saw.
About the female's career. You gave
When?
2 days ago. It was about 2 days ago.
2 days ago on what? Instagram, YouTube, what?
Yes, Instagram. It was a light-skinned female talking about her car sales business. She owned a rental car
Oh
business.
yep. I sure did. You mean the woman who agreed with me?
Yeah, she agreed with you at the end
Because
because
I was right.
no,
Okay, what was I wrong about? She'd been in business for 1 year. What was I wrong about?
Because it was 1 year does not mean that she's done so much in 1 year. She's
That
accomplished
doesn't.
a lot.
So what? What does the data still show? Excuse me. It doesn't matter what she's done. What was the fact that I put out there? What percentage of small businesses fail inside of the first 5 years?
That's nice. But what about
No,
her?
no, no. You don't. We don't do that. See, this is where you ladies who think like you and your little attitude, you can have all the sass you want, but it doesn't change the fact that you live in the real world. And one of the problems in our community is black women, especially young black women, think because you can be loud, sassy, and wrong, it matters.
I was loud.
Loud, sassy, sarcastic, whatever. Man, if you don't like the data, what do you want me to do about it? But that woman agreed. But if you got a problem with it, why don't you go tell her? Because she agreed.
Have faith in her.
Have
Like,
faith, faith me, man. Faith me, and faith in what? What did
yeah,
she want? What did she want, man? Let's start here. Let's start here. What did that woman want?
what did she want?
What did she say her desire was?
She wanted to be independent, and she also wanted to have a husband and kids.
In what order?
Mm,
What was her ultimate desire? Now, how about this? What was her ultimate desire?
her ultimate desire was
Mm-hmm.
a family. She wanted to have.
Right, right, right. And what did she come up? What conclusion did she come up with after I put things in a way that made her think about things? What did she say?
I mean, I don't recall what her
She
solution
said, "Thank
was.
you."
What was her solution, though?
Go back and watch the video. See, see. Here's the point, people.
It was
You come.
online.
No, man. No, no, ma'am. You came in here with that same old song and dance, half informed, not knowing what you're talking about, going off of what you thought I said and how it made you feel. And the woman I talked to was grateful. The woman I talked to said, "Thank you." So why do you have a problem and she doesn't?
I couldn't be more grateful, but
No,
I
no, no. Why do you have a problem with that conversation when she doesn't? Because I asked her questions that she hadn't thought about, things that she had. That woman had a rental car business. And let's go ahead and do this, shall we? Susan, you want to do this? Let's do this. Because I don't just talk out the side of my neck. I talked to that woman about what percentage of small businesses fail in the first 5 years, by the way. Do you have that number?
no.
Do you have any idea? Do you have any idea?
You can pull it up. Go ahead,
No,
pull
you
it.
can pull it up. You can pull it up. I'm asking you. See, I already know these things, and these things matter.
Yes, bring the facts,
Mm-hmm.
please.
No, no, no. But I'm asking you because that's what adults do.
Right.
What do you? There is a number in this country. If you're going to start a business, you're going to invest your time, effort, and your money. Don't you think you need to know the likelihood of it being successful, or do you just take your money and just throw it anywhere and hope it works?
But what does the number have to
No,
do with
ma'am. No,
it?
ma'am. No, ma'am. You don't answer a question with a question. I'll answer your question, but you answer mine first.
Go ahead and ask the
Don't you
question.
think? No, no. You haven't. Do you think you should know the likelihood of a business being successful before you risk
I think you should come up with a plan
a plan based on what?
based on whatever you've learned, whatever you went to school for.
And one of the things you learn is how likely a venture is to succeed.
I mean, that's nice, but what about yourself?
It's not nice, ma'am. No, ma'am. It's not nice. It's reality. Let's take a step back. I'm not trying to be insulting, but were you raised with your mom and your dad?
I was raised with my mother. That
Okay. All right. All right. So if you went by the schoolhouse, you understand math, you understand statistics, you understand grades, you understand all of this. And if you're going to put your money into something and risk, don't you think you should know or understand the market you're getting into, the chances of it being successful? Or do you live your life just saying, I'm going to just try whatever, I'm going to do whatever, and it's all based on me?
I mean, I like the second part. I mean, I understand.
It's okay if it's all based on you. Then, if it's all based on you, then
Mm-hmm.
how do you deal with this? Rental car industry has ground to a halt. This is what it means for automakers and car buyers. The rental car industry is the business she was in. You know, CNN, Business Insider. Yeah, just like what I told her. All you need is a second round of Corona to shut your business down. So, what does you have to do with a coronavirus in an industry that's ground to a halt? What can you, an individual, do about an industry that's dying?
Stay
Hmm?
positive.
Excuse me.
Positive in your
Stay
own
positive. There are
and
people
believe.
who there were okay, ma'am. There were people who sold horses and buggies. But when the automobile came along, you could have made the best horse and buggy and the best horse whip. You could be as positive as you want. When the market died, you were out of business.
Or you just downsize.
There's downsize for no demand. You can't downsize. Okay, how can you downsize if you are a small? That person had a 9 to 5 job. How could she downsize being 1 year in business? And see, what I'm showing you guys is this is a 20 some odd year old woman who was too stubborn. Don't run. Stay right there. Keep your ass right there.
Oh my goodness.
No, no, get on. No, you're going to have this conversation saying, so you came here to talk about I claim. See, that ain't a claim. March 11, 2021. March 11, 2021. From who's this, sweetheart?
My
That's Forbes.
right.
That's Forbes. So CNN Business, Forbes. What do I need to claim that I didn't already know?
This is these own people's fault. I understand you talking about statistics, but it's these own people's fault for their businesses failing. You know, they didn't have there's certain plans, there's certain things you can do. There's so many businesses that did not have to shut down. And I'm sure there's rental car businesses that are still running. So what about those businesses? They didn't all shut down. They had a different plan than others.
Where are you getting that from? Or are you just making something up?
I'm not making it up.
No, so because some business succeeded. Is that how? I'm gonna be honest, young lady.
I mean, you can look
No,
it
no,
up.
no, 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 no. See, I
I
don't need to. No, man, no, no. See, you're the one making an argument, and see that's how it works in the realm of adults. You make the argument. You need to be able to have the facts, the data, statistics to stand on. So you don't. Maybe that's why you think people claim stuff because you just pull some stuff out of your butt that you
oh,
don't know. Man, if that's how you plan on living your life, that is fine.
it's
But
common.
it, no, common sense is on this side. Common sense looks at the numbers. Common sense looks at an industry. Common sense says basically you go to where a demand is. And you don't have a demand in a rental car industry in a pandemic. My question to you is what are you doing right now?
You asking me what am I doing?
Yeah, you're not in college.
No, that's right.
What do you do?
Well, no, that's man, that's tough. I get what you're saying. Okay, well, I'm reserve in the army. I'm thinking of going back active. Um, or I'm thinking of going active duty. But besides that, I do freelance. I can sing, I can act, I can write.
How do
But
you provide for yourself?
right now, I'm in a middle situation right now.
What does that mean to the people who don't know what you're talking about? How do you provide? How do you pay for the rent, the food, your care? Who's paying for that?
I am.
With money from where?
There's apps.
There's apps.
Yes.
What
I'm
does that mean?
so please, I need leeway.
No,
No,
you need guidance. You are far too young to be this. First of all, to be your age, you don't know anything.
Mm.
I am 30 years older than you and experienced longer than you are tall.
Mm.
Who do you think knows more about the business world than me or you?
You have a lot of knowledge about it, yes. Doesn't mean that everything you say is correct.
What difference does it make, ma'am? Is that how you live your life? That if everything has to be one way or it all is subject? Because
You,
it seems to be women who think like you think that probability and possibility are the same thing.
that's the difference between hope and faith.
Which one of our financial institutions functions on either?
Faith.
Which one of our financial institutions functions on faith?
Everything.
Financial institutions, banks, credit, the things that you need to make this world run. You know, the lights that are on in your house, it's run by a power company. The power company has to pay, you have to pay for that stuff. You don't get anything provided by faith. Why don't you just admit that you're out of your depth? You don't know what you're talking about.
If you have faith, that's how you keep the lights on.
Okay. Can you go, what state do you live in?
I'm in California right now.
Can you go to, what's the power company in California?
The power company,
Uh-huh.
as far as what? I'm sorry.
Are you in a house or an apartment?
Right now,
Yes, man. Right now.
that's personal.
You're on Instagram in front of 10,000 people with your name showing.
Yes, I know.
So
That's
you can either tell me or you can play that game with me. You wanted this conversation.
you're right. It's just
So what is it? A house or an apartment? Don't make an issue where there's no issue.
I was in an apartment about a month ago.
Okay. Where you currently are right now, where the lights are, where are you at?
Circumstantial.
Uh-huh. Don't know what that means. So you were in an apartment. Was the apartment in your name?
It was shared. I had roommates.
Uh-huh. And whose name was the lease in?
And I mean, I had roommates. It wasn't in anyone's name.
You have to have a lease to have an apartment.
Right.
So whose name was it in?
I mean, everyone had separate leases, so I had my.
Uh-huh. Your name was on the lease.
Yes.
Okay. How long did you live in this apartment?
About a year.
All right. So the apartment was a dwelling. Who provided the power for the lights, the gas, the air conditioning?
I don't know if you've ever been in a roommate situation, but in that situation, it was all inclusive. You just pay for. I've never
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
actually had to deal with separate bills. I've always
Uh-huh.
been
So
in.
in other words, you who don't even seem to understand how to set up a basic residence think you know enough to talk about business.
I know that
Mm-hmm.
you learn. I'm not gonna shoot myself down just because I don't know these things yet.
So knowing the reality, the possibility, the truth, the facts, the data, statistics, things that you may not like is shooting yourself down.
There's time. I have time. I mean, I don't have all the time in the world, of course, but when I get there, there's going to be nothing stopping me. You have,
Reality. No, ma'am. See, you're just talking.
All right.
Because in the position you sound like you're in, all you have available to you is faith. You don't have you don't have anything else. What else? But see, if you had common sense, you could get other things. But you came in here talking about opinions. And I just showed that you have opinions too, but they're based in nothing, not even something you've lived. I've showed my sources. You don't even know what you're talking about.
One proof of evidence that her business could get shut down just because of.
One proof of evidence.
Yeah.
Ma'am, how many businesses did we lose? And the reason I'm doing this, people, is this is the, and I really don't mean any disrespect, young ladies. This is the sad state of education in our community. That we're to this point to where at 22 years old, in the face of all this data, nothing is enough. This is where sign language comes from. The need to be right is pathological with a lot of black women. You need to be right.
No.
The one proof of evidence, ma'am, I showed you I showed you articles from CNN and Forbes. That's before the data from the Chamber of Commerce and the Small Business Association. I've showed multiple places. And all this stuff you don't know anything about.
Because you're trying to be negative. Where's the proof? You could have found proof in regards to a business succeeding through this pandemic, but you chose to find a business that failed. To shoot this female down, you choose to shoot females down consistently on a.
So I want you guys to understand something. This woman's mentality is so warped that I chose to manufacture. See, Kevin Samuels, one person, manufactured this evidence. I went and chose that. No, ma'am, be quiet. You sound crazy.
You are manifesting this.
You sound crazy. And this, thank you. Manifestation madness. That is what I talked to 2 weeks ago. This is what's going on with these young women, especially young black women, because you guys are so lost. All you have is manifestation. So you can't deal with reality. Reality is you choose, ma'am, all you have to do is go Google it yourself. Look up the facts regarding an industry. And you're going to say, well, that's what you chose to find. So you want to just say, okay, well, let me go find an article that goes against CNN, Money, and Forbes. That's what it is.
I have yet to see you being positive about somebody's.
Ma'am, it's because you don't, first of all, because one, you are your own issue. I can't make you, you are. Because you bring you to every conversation. Your perspective is warped. So you're going to tell me you have yet to see me positive? I don't doubt that, because that's on you. That conversation I had with that young lady was positive. That's why she said, thank you. But you already got a point of view. It's called confirmation bias. What you already believe, you'll go ahead and find information to prove it. See, but us thinking people, we actually evolve and take in new information. You haven't taken any new information in yet. You're still as ignorant and as wrong as you are when you first started. And the sad part is, when this is over, I go back to my successful life. You go back to your manifesting hope and faith. That's not an insult. One of us is living life on purpose, and another one is reduced to hope and manifestation because you don't want to do it the way it's supposed to be done. Well, go invest hope in the bank. Go try to use that to pay for groceries. Go try to pay for anything with hope and see what happens. Do you have a checking account?
Yes.
Do you just put your checking account out or write a check or use your check card and just hope there's money in there?
No. I have faith that I'm going to get the bag and I'm going to put it in my account.
What the fuck is a bag when you're broke? Listen to this. I want you to listen to this crazy talk. A bag when you don't even know what a basic residence setup is. You are so far from talking about a bag. You need a job. You need an education. You need some therapy. You need a mentor. You need some guidance. Because there's a lot of things going on with you, young lady. And what you don't realize is you're getting help. Bag, what room you going to put it in? See, one of the things that's happened in our culture is we've pumped so much bullshit into it. So we've had young ladies like you watching people talk about manifest, 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 the secret kind of stuff. All right, fine. Faith. I was baptized at 5. I've been a man of faith my entire life. But faith without works is what? Oh, I don't want a Bible bump with me. Faith without works is what?
I mean,
Faith without works is what?
that's hope then. You're not talking about
Faith
faith.
without works is dead.
Can you reach for a Bible right now?
Now I want you to look at the stubbornness in this. I want you guys to understand this is order 66 that I talked about yesterday and the day before. This is what it is. This is what was programmed by Big Mama. That's why I said I don't really feel sad. I mean, so I'm not so hard because this was programmed in women like yourself. This is order 66. She's too young to have gotten this far off track by herself.
Correct.
But unfortunately, the world doesn't care.
Correct.
And who else sits here and talks to women like you day in and day out, whether you like it or not? And I got more women saying thank you.
Please. You
I
shoot
don't.
down and you tell get a
Then you tell me, okay, I shoot them down.
Yes.
Okay, that's what you want to say, ma'am.
I'm
Fine. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's what you want to say, because I'm not going to tell you that you know what you're talking about when you don't. And I'm going to use this as a lesson because, and let's just say I do shoot them down. Let's just take it your way. I shoot them down. Does it help them?
I have no clue. They gotta
Whoa. Stop right there. Stop right there.
follow up
Hold
with
on. Stop right there. Stop right there. Let's just say I do shoot them down. Does it help them? You say you have, if you say you have no clue, then what are you talking about?
Okay.
See, this is why so many black women are so easily taken advantage of. This is why you got white guys who can get on TikTok and just call you queens and everything else, and y'all are just watch them, give them hundreds of thousands of views and donate. You're easily manipulated by somebody telling you what the hell you want to hear. Calling you a queen, telling you this and that, and y'all will just run out and stand in line and buy the books and everything else, sign up for their courses, but somebody comes along and tells you the truth that you can go look up for yourself, hard realities that everybody else deals with in life that you can observe yourself, and you turn around and call it negative. But the only person that's losing is women who look like you. If I wanted to shoot you down, I would sit around and do what everybody else does and write books and tell you you're queens and line up and get the bag. I don't have to do this. I ain't had to spend the last 20 minutes to try to talk to somebody whose head is as solid as that rock you're behind you. But I know somebody else that looks like you, as young as you, is listening and starting to say, you know what? In her, I see me, and there's a problem. You ain't used to having a man talk to you, and that is understandable because most of us didn't grow up with fathers. But you are still responsible for who you are in this world, young lady. Whether your father was there or not, your mother and your father, I don't know what that situation is, but you're 20 some odd years old. You got to get yourself through this world. And it ain't by sitting around having opinions and manifesting. You don't manifest and carry your ass to the armed services. Going to the armed services because you need some substance and security. If you really wanted to put this manifest shit to the test, you would turn down Uncle Sam's paycheck and his benefits, and you'd carry your ass out into the city and see if you could manifest the real living. Take that art and stuff you say you're so good at. Don't go the government benefit way. Go out there.
I am. I'm in LA.
But you forgot the first part. You're in the reserve.
Okay.
That ain't free. You get paid for that. And you're talking about going, what did you say, full time or something like that?
Possibly if my
Right.
dream.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Because
Why go into a place that has structure, authority, discipline, and rules? If you're going to manifest in such a creative, that's counterintuitive. If you can manifest and believe, then go on out there.
you don't
You're in
do it
LA.
24 hours a day. It would provide me income in order to do so.
Ding, 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 ding. This is why I don't feel sorry, because at the end of the day, they know how to survive when it gets right down to it. Bottom line, yep, you just proved my point.
No.
Yeah, you did. You don't understand you did, but you did.
Your point is to get a man and have him provide for me.
No,
That's
that
your
ain't my point. That ain't my point. Damn sure ain't my point to you. Where have I said to you to go get a man in this conversation?
I'm talking about your
No,
overall.
no, I'm talking to you. No, no, I'm talking to you. Where have I said in this conversation? See, you pulling shit out from all these different conversations. What you think I've? What have I said once about you going to get a man? What have I told you? You need some therapy. You need some structure. I ain't said damn nothing about a man
Why do I need therapy?
because you're broken.
How am I broken? What
Watch the replay.
what have I told you that
Watch the replay, ma'am. What you've told me and what I've gleaned. Just look in the comment section what the women say.
is because of a man? It's because of a man that I'm broken.
Okay, well, whatever. Okay, if that's the case, you're still broken. I didn't say why.
I was trying to help you prove your point. I'm
Oh
not
no, man, no, no, no. It's because of a man you're broken. I didn't say why you're broken. I just said you were broken. What are you doing about your brokenness?
making myself do what I gotta do.
So you're doing it yourself.
Yes.
What qualifies you to do that?
Me being alive, breathing.
Okay. A lawyer who represents himself as a fool for a client. What's wrong with going to get some therapy? What's wrong with sitting down and talk to somebody who's trained in
There's
this kind of stuff?
nothing wrong.
So then do it. What's the worst that could happen? Order 66, y'all. She admits, I'm broken. She said, I wouldn't know what to talk about. Then it is, I'm broken, but I'm broken because of the men. See, your life, you've been used to being able to blame men. I don't care. You know what the issue is. What are you going to do about it?
You're right. I was
I
on
know I am.
a man tried to break me.
What are you doing about it? Man, we heard what you said, and we all see what we see.
Ran.
These, ma'am, you can say what you want to. These hearts are coming from men and women alike. The only one that doesn't seem to understand what's going on is you. And I'm not doing this to hurt you or embarrass you. I'm doing this to help you. You'll thank me one day. Because you're too young to be this sour.
Ooh, who's sour? You sour. If anybody's sour,
Right.
sour. Because where is your woman in all of this? Where is your woman?
Mm-hmm.
You
She's
are
where she
the
needs to
only
be.
thing.
She's no. Are we talking about relationships now?
You need to
Hold
try.
on, Are we talking about relationships now? Is that what you want to do?
I'm
You
saying.
really want?
I'm saying.
Okay. She's where she needs to be. Where's your man?
Back in New York, and that's not my man no more.
Is that the one that tried to break you?
Mm-hmm.
Because mine don't do that. Mine plays her role. She knows her part, and she's
Quiet.
glad to have it.
Quiet.
Excuse me?
Like she be quiet.
She ain't quiet.
That's hard.
See, you don't understand nothing. That's why I said you're broken.
Okay.
This is why I said you're broken. And ain't nothing wrong with being broken. But you need to address it. Because you walk into the world this way, and this is what the world gets. The other two women on the panel weren't like you. They came in at a different energy, a different place. You were the one I focused on because you were the one in trauma. You were the one in distress. You were the one that's looking for something. And you didn't sit here for a reason. And you didn't join back on here because you didn't need something. You're just too proud to admit you do. Because if you didn't want to be sitting here, you didn't have to take the re-invitation. Young lady, we all fail in life. It ain't easy.
Right.
But we need help.
I can
You're
accept.
not,
Yes.
then you can't do it
I don't need
yourself.
from a man, a specific man in my life. That's what I don't need.
I said therapy.
Okay.
And
That's a,
what is the problem with men? Why at 22 are men so bad? I don't need problem. I need help from a man. Well, do respect this military you're going to get into? That's a male organization,
but it's a job at the end of the day. It's a
but
career.
it's made by men.
It's business.
It's
That's
run
business.
by men.
As long as they're being
It's run
professional.
by men. I thought you didn't need no man. Everything you got in this world, a man made. The building you in,
But
the building you in, the wall that's behind you was not constructed by females.
yeah, but that comes.
There's no but. There's no but. You
There,
need us.
there definitely is a but.
You need us. Without us, you die. And at 22 years old, that biological fact should not rub you the wrong way. So whatever's going on with you is counter to your regular psychological programming. I don't know what your childhood was like. It ain't my business. But you shouldn't be this sour at 22.
It's just that nobody needs to hear that. We do
You need to hear it.
me. You
You,
need me. Like that's basically what you're saying.
you need men.
You
Women
need.
do need. You need
I'm a man.
men.
You need me. In
See, I
order,
want you guys to understand something. This is all she heard.
you
That's
should
all
not
she
have to
heard. And
say
then you
that.
need to
As a man, you
understand
should not have to say
what
that.
is, oh, yes, we do. What is a woman's purpose on it?
No,
You're the help me.
you
You're
do
the
not
help
have to
me.
say that. I should not
Yes.
have to tell a
You're
man
not my
you
equal.
need
A
me.
woman is
You
not a
would not
man's
be
equal.
here. I should not have to say
A
that to
man,
a man. He
oh,
should know
ma'am,
this already.
excuse me. Check this, all this, whatever just reared up in you, like it or not. You're our help me. We're not yours.
Oh my God. You wouldn't be here either. A woman
And see,
made
that's the
you.
whole purpose. A woman, you didn't make me. No, you carried a child. Men carry the spark of life. You just have the
What
womb.
did you come out of, sir?
What you, man? Just because you have the ability to carry a child and produce, you didn't build this world. And see, that's the thing. I need you to understand how jaded and how warped so many of our young women are about the image of men. To think about men in such negative terms at 22. And you wonder why, what did I talk about yesterday? Black women are aging and dying alone. This shit came from what I said, Execute Order 66. You cannot make this shit up. At 22, while other women of other nationalities are looking forward to life, we got this woman. And there's so many of you. This broken, upset, thinking that men are your problem. Your problem is deeper than you understand. And a lot of your problem, ma'am, I got news for you. A lot of your problem has to do with the women who raised you. The women who put you in the situations where you were in. But it's easier to blame the men. Therapy, ma'am.
Not
Because
all.
like I said, like when not
That's
all, whatever. See,
not all
this is what I'm saying. It's a
people.
shame, insults, guilt, the need to be right. It's a never-ending loop. The never-ending loop. And this is why, set for self-destruction. Young women like this were auto-programmed to destroy themselves, to be out here by themselves, to where they're unfit for anybody else to wear. So guess what? Big Mama's insurance plan right here.
I mean, I'm in the army. I have an insurance plan.
You're in the army. You're in an insurance plan. That place is built and run by men.
Still have an insurance plan.
You mean that place is built and run by men? So you
Yes.
need that,
And
right?
by men,
Young
by
lady,
maybe you should.
yeah, young lady, check it. BetterHelp.com. Get an online therapist. Talk to somebody. You need to.